Communications Coordinator at UACCH to just bring you a little update, kind of keep you informed of programs and projects that we have been doing. And of course, many of you have met Brent at community events, and he has been with us before, and he is an extraordinarily talented young man, and we are fortunate to have him employed with us. So, with no further ado, Brent, would you like to come forward?
Well, thank you. It is certainly a pleasure to be with you today and have the chance to give you an update on what's going on out at the college. And it certainly was a challenge to do that before this group, because I look out among you and so many of you are so involved and so helpful to the college. So many things that we have going on there. But if we can, if you will indulge me just a few minutes, and as we kind of walk through a few things. And one thing that's so helpful for us, even as being out on the college, we kind of sit through and after a year's time, look back and see what all we have accomplished. Just amazing the good things that are continuing to take place at UACCH and continue to benefit the Hope and Hempstead County and the surrounding community. So I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for the club, and thank you as individuals for your help. I've got some slides on the far end. First of all, we could not have been successful with completing the project for Hempstead Hall. We're now moving forward with working through the process of moving forward with construction of that, and an outstanding benefit to our community, to our college, and to our town as well. And it could not have been done without your help, without the club's help and your support, and we certainly appreciate that. One of the other projects we have going on there on the campus right now that's under construction at this point, we talked about it last year when I came and had the opportunity to give you an update. Construction is underway right now, and that is our UACCH walking trail. Another thing that's on campus that is taking a lot of community support to put together. Many people have helped out on that. Ryan, go to the next slide there. One of those people, obviously, the original funding came from the Arkansas Tobacco Commission with a $44,000 grant. With construction costs increasing and all that's going on in the construction area, we came back to the table and said, look, we're just going to take some additional funds to do the type of walking trail that we're wanting to do here on campus. We then applied to the Cave Foundation for a grant for some additional funding, and we've been luckily have received that $27,000 grant from the Horace Cave Foundation for their assistance. And that's the first Cave Foundation grant we've actually received for the campus. And we look forward to continue that relationship and working with them on future projects as well. One of the others that's helped out on funding the walking trail is we received $18,000 from Pafford EMS. And Pafford's funds have been set aside to help with the lighting of the path. We have a couple other paths that are in town. The one that we have there on UACCH campus, we'll have lighting, sufficient lighting to where it'll be safe to walk in the either early morning or probably more for me for the late in the evening. So we look forward to having that as part of the walking trail there to benefit not only the people there on campus but also community members. And the actual walking trail will also include a non-credit course that we'll give more information about as we get ready to do the ribbon cutting ceremony for the walking trail. That will actually give you some education on how to train, how to be physically fit, and how to help you reach the physical wellness you deserve and you seek. Finally, for the UACCH walking trail, we've received B&R Supply has donated the lumber. And if you drive by our campus right now from the road, you can see under construction the bridge that crosses over the creek there that flows in front of the campus. And there's a picture of the bridge under construction. B&R Supply donated the lumber for that, and then CMC has donated steel components as we can finish up the construction of that. And we certainly appreciate their support and their assistance. As always, the partners we're able to have within the community make so many things come to reality on the campus, and we certainly appreciate that. As many of you heard, many of you have been a part of throughout the process and your support, and UACCH has a new chancellor, Chris Thomason, from here in town. Many of us know and have worked with him in the past. Will take office on August 1st as our new chancellor. We look forward to his leadership and his vision not only for UACCH but also for Hempstead County. And so we're excited about that and excited about getting him there on campus and changing hats over to the college setting and see what all is in store He's already has all kinds of great ideas. He's shared with us through the search committee process, and even after being officially affirmed, he's already got plans and projects that we're already working on. So we look forward to having him on board and having him part of the college and continue to be a part of the community. One of the things that we take the opportunity to do, and you know, our core purpose for having a college is obviously to educate. And it's so important that we continue to educate our community, not only from straight out of high school, but also the continuing education and furthering people's education where they can get those better jobs. And we've been able to recognize those people who helped make that possible. And this year we've recognized Martha Funderburg, who's named our 2008 Outstanding Faculty Member, and then also part of that is our staff. And Leanne Quillen, who has worked at the college, started as a receptionist, has worked her way up now into the enrollment area of the college. And you know, so many read those nominations letters. Many of them said that they'd heard from students, several different students, that Leanne she worked as the recruiter, was her last job. She's now over in the recruiting and enrollment area. They're saying that experience with Leanne was one of the best experiences they'd ever had with either of the colleges when they were getting ready to select a college. So we're thankful to have quality staff like that and faculty on campus that are able to work with the students, meet the students' needs, and be sure they get the education they need to succeed out in the real world. We're also lucky not only to have outstanding faculty and staff, but also to have outstanding students. And this year, our outstanding academic all-star is KJ Johnson, and she's worked on campus in the enrollment office and several other places, and involved in several organizations on campus. And she'll be representing us this year at the AATYC, which is the two-year college conference. And we're thankful to have her and thankful to recognize her in this way. She's certainly a deserving individual for the recognition. I understand last week you had Nancy Kenworthy from the college out visiting with you, giving you all the details about Kids College, so I'll just hit it very briefly today. But Kids College is underway. And if you drive by the college campus, you'll see a lot of yellow shirts out there moving around, and a lot of fun activities. This morning, outside my office window, and you know, there was a group of kids came by, and they all had butterfly nets, and they were out across the campus trying to collect insects and identify them. And yesterday there was a group of kids come by with Ziploc bags, and they've been out making homemade ice cream under one of the pavilions. And you know, just kids with smiles on their face having a great time on the campus, and learning good things as well. So we're certainly glad to have that. Kids College is underway right now. We have another session next week, and then our older students, our 5th and 6th graders, will be the following week of that. You know, one of the things that continues to, as we mentioned earlier, our education is so important, and as we continue to see our fuel costs go up and everything else around us continues to increase in the cost, the price of education and the funding to receive and pay for education is becoming more and more critical. And one of the things that we're able to do is open the door for many, many students just through our endowments. And we continue to get some new endowments, and we certainly appreciate that support. Denny and Catherine Dickinson set up a new endowment this year, and it's kind of focused towards a student who is pursuing a career in education. Many of you may already know, but I'll also bring it back to your attention. You can actually get a full bachelor's degree now in education, PP4 education, right here in Hope on our campus. And that's through a partnership with SAU and Magnolia. And so a really neat opportunity, and we're looking forward to having more of those type of partnerships in the future, where students don't have to travel outside of Hope area to get that full bachelor's degree. So, but this new endowment we have is strictly for the teaching education profession.